What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED and LCD gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna check out the Precinct. Now, originally, this was a request, I believe, on the Allies. Unfortunately, I was stupid and closed the dang window, and now I can't find it in my emails, but regardless, I'm going to just do it on the Steam Deck, the Ally, the Firebat, and the small form factor PC. I'm pretty sure it was the Allies, though. And anytime I get a request on the Steam Deck or the Ally, I always do it on all four of those systems. Now, this is probably one of those games that will probably stop on the small form factor PC. Who knows? Maybe it's harder to run than I thought, and I'll just end up playing it on everything. But we will see when we get to the small form factor PC. That's usually where I make my decision. But for now, let's get that LCD model hooked up to the capture computer, and let's go see how it plays. All right, here's the settings we're gonna use. We're just gonna use the Steam Deck settings. I mean, I don't think any settings I can do would be any better than this. The only thing I would recommend doing, and I didn't know you could do this, is you can go and unlock the FPS from 30. But they probably did that just for smoothness and whatnot. Because if you go and undo it, then it'll probably be, I would guess 35, 45 FPS. That's what I would guesstimate it getting. But other than that, there's nothing else you can do. You can't, there's no resolution when you're on that mode. Same thing with handheld mode. There's also a handheld mode when you're on just a normal handheld. The Steam Deck options are only there if you're on a Steam Deck, otherwise I would have tried those on the handheld too, just for shits and giggles. But anyway, why don't we now hop on into the game and we'll see what it does.
Welcome to Averno City. It may look peaceful from here, but trust me, it's rotten to the bone. That's where we come in, Averno's finest. We swore an oath to protect this city, to look out for the citizens walking those streets below. There's bad guys, and there's good guys, and then there's us, all balancing on a knife edge, fighting each other just to survive. But it's a fight we're losing. And everybody knows it. We're understaffed, underpaid, and overworked. Worse than that, we got targets on our backs, and every low-life punk and thug thinks they can take aim. Heck, a few of us might even deserve those targets. Not all of Averno's finest are that fine. We got our fair share of rot, too. What good is an oath of honor if you got no honor to betray? But me, I believe in the badge. That chunk of metal means something. And hey, some days the good guys come out on top. But most days not so much. All the while, the fight rages on. The lucky ones get a flag and a plaque. The unlucky ones get a flag and a 21-gun salute. Why do we do it? Truth is, for some of us, it's all we know. But for others, it's in our blood.
And they remain at large. Chandler, Sayers, you're covering downtown. Keep 'em peeled. These guys...
You got it, boss.
All right, I know you're dying to get out there.
Can't wait.
But before you all charge into the blue, I want to introduce you to our newest tender lamb fresh out of the academy.
Bah! Where's Bo Peep when you need her?
Yeah, I could tell you where she was last night.
This officer graduated from the academy at the top of his class.
Yeah, that and 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee.
And Nick Cordell Jr.
What? No way.
Will obviously have some big shoes to fill.
Jesus, what the...
Seriously?
They assigned him here?
Kowalski, if I may, I don't have to tell anyone in here about the late Chief Cordell, his stellar record, the respect you have. I especially don't have to tell Recruit Officer Cordell, who's lived with it every day of the last 5 years. But there is one thing I do want to remind you of. Every single one of you took an oath to protect this city, its residents, and your fellow brothers in blue. I don't care what your last name is, who your daddy was, or who you hang out with on your day off. Our worth comes from what we do on it or hard on him. He's a cop, just like you, just like me. We're the ones out, and Cordell, You're gonna have to learn the streets and the precinct the same way these move.
Yes, sir.
Crystal, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Thank you, officers. Watch Commander.
Appreciated, Chief. Sergeant,
Yeah, boss?
the rook's with you.
I pulled the last one.
Why do you think I'm giving you this one?
Because I did something in a past life?
You did something. I'll alert them. All right, squad. Let's get out there and make a
Yes, ma'am.
Time to pound pavement.
Come on, Rook. Let's go clean up the streets. Welcome to the ACPD, kid. Time for our first mission, sustenance. But, don't worry about the fellas. They like to act tough, but that's just 'cause they don't have my natural... I bet you learn all kinds of fancy driving at the academy, but for now, let's just take it slow and steady. Don't want to scratch the paint job on your first day. Swing by the hot dog stand in Chinatown. There's a parking bay there. Good job, rookie. Time for some chow. There it is. Now
Central to all units, bank robbery in progress. Mercer ACB Bank on Mercer Street, shots fired.
Ah, Christ on a crutch. Another beautiful moment ruined. Oh well, that's what they're paying us for, right? Central, this is Unit 84, responding code 3.
10-484, be advised, suspects are heavily armed. Approach with caution.
Okay, kid. You wanted the real deal? This is it. Now remember, they get one warning.
They don't throw them down, we take them down. Get ready.
Police! Freeze! Drop your weapons!
Morons! Doesn't look like they're gonna give us a choice. Light them up! Take him down! Central, suspect is neutralized. Call for backup! He's shooting! One less bad guy. Shots fired! She's shooting! Suspect down.
This is Bree Bookman in the ACTV Eye in the Sky, the #1 news chopper in Averno City. We're downtown where police are engaged in a fierce shootout following yet another bank robbery. It's not clear yet whether this is the notorious August gang or... hold on. There's movement at the back of the building. More criminals coming out. They're boarding a vehicle. It's a dark van and it's... oh my goodness! Keep it tuned to ACTV, folks. Looks like we're in for a police pursuit. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick intersection 5.
Dispatch, we need backup here.
Roger.
When it's clear, shoot them. Get closer.
Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick intersection 5.
Take her down!
Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick intersection 7.
Central, suspect is neutralized.
Lookout. 84 Adam, we have backup in your vicinity. What do you need?
They're trying to get away.
Police! Drop it now!
Christ almighty, kid, I'm too old for this. Take him down! Hold still, damn it! Cuff him up, boot!
You have the right to remain silent.
What have we got here?
Control, check this one for priors.
Checking database for records. 84, no infractions on record.
You got this, kid?
Roger.
So alright, now on the OLED here, we're going to do the exact same thing, just Steam Deck, and it uses FSR3 for anti-aliasing. But I don't think that means it uses any upscaling or anything though. That's just using the anti-aliasing to my knowledge. But it doesn't tell me what resolution it's in. There's no info in the display. When you're on Windows, you actually have resolution and whatnot. As long as you're not on Steam Deck settings or handheld settings, the display tab actually has resolution in there. Otherwise, nothing. But stuff like minimap options and text sizes and stuff. But anyway, game time.
In any case, we're going to need to keep this quiet, even here in the shop.
Got it.
Ah, Cordell, come in. I want you to meet Detectives Lee and Ferreira, our top...
Heard about your baptism by fire at the bank the other day.
Yeah, log 200 more like that and you'll be a real Averno cop.
I don't know, look at him. I think he's got it in his bones. It's good to meet you, Cordell. Your pop was one of my heroes.
That'll be all, gentlemen. So, Cordell, it seems your work at the bank the other day turned up a promising lead. We discovered a print on a dropped weapon. It matched someone who wasn't even at the scene. A Mr. Michael McKenzie, rich guy, lives in a mansion on the north side. Tactical paid him a visit a few minutes ago, but it seems he was tipped off. As soon as they breached, he sped off out the back. We're scrambling an aerial unit to track the vehicle now.
Excuse me, sir. Bird is fueled, ready for wheels up in 2.
Martinez, this is Officer Cordell. He'll be with you on this operation.
A rookie, sir? Is this the right time for...
It's the right time for you to obey orders, Flight Officer.
Yes, sir. See you up top, Cordell. We gotta move.
I authorized you on this mission because I was impressed by your performance at the bank, Cordell. Don't make me regret this decision. Now get up there.
Let's go, Rook. We don't got all day. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick intersection 6. Suspect vehicle was last seen on Fenwick intersection 7. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick North Bay. Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick intersection 2. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick intersection 6. Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick East. Suspect vehicle last spotted in Mercer Heights. Suspect vehicle was last seen on Fenwick Intersection 5. Suspect vehicle last spotted in... There he is! Whoa, he is moving! Hawk 12, maintain position behind target vehicle. You know how to work a spotlight? Keep it glued to the perp and call in backup as you need it.
I need some backup.
Received. Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick East. Maintain spotlight coverage. Call in ground support to catch these guys. Suspect vehicle was last seen in Litchfield. Request backup from ground officers. Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick Intersection 7. Focus the light on the suspect before we lose them. Suspect vehicle last spotted in Springwood. Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick Intersection 4. Hawk 12 to Central, aerial pursuit has been terminated. Hawk 12, you are cleared to return to command.
Excellent police work, Cordell. Let's hope he gives us something solid to go on before the August gang strikes again.
Kelly, Cordell, a word.
What's shaking, Kowalski?
Why don't you take Cordell out and show him how we handle reckless driving in this town?
By promoting the cops that do it most?
I'm not kidding around, Kelly. We need collars. The mayor's been making noise about quality of life crimes. It's in our interest to show him some numbers on that.
Let me guess. Election year.
Oh, so you wait till you retire to start paying attention to how this city works?
It's amazing what almost being a civilian will do. Come on, Rook. Let's go make the streets safe for some local politicians' careers. You take the wheel, kid. You're only gonna learn this kind of thing by doing it yourself. On vehicle patrols, you want to keep an eye out for speeders and erratic drivers. Drive slow, eyes open. If we see someone breaking the law, I'll guide you. You won't always be able to tell if a car is speeding, which is why we check their speed. You're only meant to use the siren in emergencies. If you're struggling to find speeders, the highways are a good bet. Get behind a vehicle to check their speed. You won't always be able to tell if a car is speeding, which is why we check their speed. We got a live one, kid. Get behind them and flip the siren to make them pull over. Come on, rookie. Remember to turn your siren on. Check their ID, then issue the fine. In that order. Slow down. You've got other things to check first.
Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Received. Checking now.
Speeding like that deserves a fine.
Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Textbook traffic stop.
Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay. Now, I don't know if I'm actually doing this right, but I think I'm supposed to take him back to the cop shop. Where is it? Is this it? Sucks it's stuck at 30 FPS, but I don't think it would hit 60 either, so I can see why they just locked it like that. The settings screen is a little weird. If anybody would like me to come back and try some other settings besides just the Steam Deck settings, just let me know. I just figured, hey, I certainly don't know better than the people who made the game. If they made Steam Deck settings, well, let's just use them. That's kind of the way I see it.
Wait there. '84 to Central. We got a 10:15. Pursuit has been terminated.
Copy that, 84. All units stand down. I repeat, stand down.
Whew, you did good, kid. Not everyone handles a pursuit like that on their first day. on, Cordell. There's someone I want you to meet. Mean Gene? What's today's major malfunction?
Oh, the usual. Misfiled evidence, sloppy dockets, illegible handwriting, contaminated evidence. I'm surprised some of your friends here made it out of grade school.
Cordell, meet Eugene, our evidence guy.
Eugene Papadopoulos at your service. Did Kelly try the old, "you drive, my hip hurts" routine on you yet?
Hey!
Thought so. He doesn't tend to lift a finger unless there's a gun drawn or a chance he might get pizza. Anyway, my job's to know where everything is, which basically means tracking down whatever you humps misfile, mislabel, or otherwise misplace.
We do our best.
Oh, I'm well aware of this unit's, limitations. Anyway, when you collect any evidence, you come see me. I'll make sure it's safe.
You're a peach, Gene. Never change.
Wasn't planning on it.
All right, kid. You did good today. But that won't mean a fart in a windstorm tomorrow. I'm out of here. I'll see you in the morning. Unless I die in my sleep. God, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
All right, cool.
Morning, Cordell. Tidy work yesterday. Keep that up and you'll be leaving Kelly in the dust before he even has time to retire.
Love you too, Kowalski.
I know we dropped you right into the thick of it on your first day, but fundamentals are important too.
What she means to say is that parking tickets are how the city pays the bills.
Come on, Kelly, you know that isn't true. This city hasn't paid its bills in years. Regardless, today is going to be about old-fashioned police work. You're going to walk a beat and maybe straighten out a little bit of this bent old city.
Check your handbook for the violations to look out for.
Alright.
Let's see what Averno City has in store for us today.
Alright, I can't read half of that, but it's okay, we'll figure this out.
Let's go find some parking violations.
Alright, well, let's follow.
There are 6 different parking violations to look for. Blocking a hydrant, parking in the opposite direction of traffic, too close to a crossing or on the sidewalk. Oh, and of course, parking in the no parking zone. Oh, and don't forget expired parking meters. Just be sure a vehicle is parked illegally before issuing a ticket. You can't take it back. Ah, here's one. Can you see what parking violation this bozo is committing?
In front of a hydrant.
Good job. The handbook shows all the violation types. Come on, let's check some parking meters. People are allowed to use parking bays until the meter expires. When you inspect the meter, 0 minutes remaining means it has expired. It's worth checking the meters at bays that are in use. There's a lot of people who don't like to pay their dues these days.
All right, that's enough.
What in the heck? Oh, I can't see it, but I think if it's not in the red, it's fine. That's expired.
Is it expired? Give him a ticket. Hey, you're getting the hang of this ticketing. You'll come across different crimes as you walk your beat. You could be issuing parking tickets one minute and chasing an armed thug the next. My advice, be prepared for anything. Will you look at this? Write 'em up. You're a natural. Let's carry on. Got eyes on a vandal. Go handle it, kid. Issue the fine and let's get out of here.
Halt, criminal scum.
Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Affirmative, stand by. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Alright.
Excellent. That handbook will help you stick to the rules. Graffiti is a type of vandalism, and only warrants a fine. Picasso there surrendered as soon as he saw us, so we didn't need to arrest him. That said, some criminals like to try their luck. They might throw a few punches, or they might take off. Both of those are arrestable offenses. Even if the initial crime only warrants a fine, once a perp commits an arrestable crime, you gotta make the arrest. There's one. You know what to do. Whoa, got a wild one here. Try to restrain him. Assaulting a cop? That's a serious offense.
You have the right to remain silent.
Call an escort unit to take our suspect to the precinct.
I could have sworn it said something about hitting that. There we go.
Don't worry, you'll still get all the credit for the arrest.
That's
Let's walk
awesome.
back
Just
to
leave
the
them there.
station,
Yeah, you just
but
stand
keep
there
our eyes peeled.
arrested. They'll come get you later.
Central, be advised of property vandalism in our vicinity.
10-4.
Get after it.
You have the right to remain silent. Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Book the suspect, and the desk officer will take custody. Nice work, Rook. Some might chalk it up to natural talent, but instinct tells me your success today was due to strong mentorship from a true paragon of police work.
Heck
a
yeah.
guardian of peace and a shining pillar of hope in a city sorely in need. Right now, though, this pillar of hope needs a stiff drink. Anything you want to go over before we punch out?
I'll let you head home.
Okay by me. Listen, kid. You're just starting out, and I ain't got long left on the job, so I'm gonna be straight with you. This is a tough shop in a tough town. I seen a lot of kids come out of the academy all fired up about truth and justice and the American way, only to end up either on the take or in a casket. My advice, keep your head down. Stick to your beat, don't piss off the chief, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get to retirement in one piece like me. You got that?
Hell yeah.
I hear you.
Ah, come on, you don't gotta humor me, kid. I can see that spark in your eyes. You're your father's son. No mistaking it. Careful who you show that spark to, though. If you're waiting for the other humps here at the precinct to step up, I hope you got some time on your hands. Ever since the gangs got to your old man, all the badges have been running scared. Stands to reason, if they could hit him, they could sure as hell hit any one of us. And that chased the fight right out of him. Me? I never had too much fight in me to begin with. Anyway, sorry, I
probably shouldn't have said any of
shouldn't have
that.
said any of that. Oh, well, what do you want from Motormouth Kelly? I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Get home safe.
Alright, and I think with that, we can go wrap this video on up. Well, not wrap it up, but move on to the OLED. Well, alright. Let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now. We still gotta find some speeding vehicles.
You won't always be able to tell if a car is speeding, which is why we check their speed. Same routine as before. Get on their tail and flip the siren. Okay, go check their ID, but don't issue a fine just yet.
Control, check this one for priors.
Checking database for records.
I smell booze. Ask them to exit the vehicle and then perform a breath test. Now ask them to blow into the breathalyzer. You just got your first DUI, partner. Go
You
ahead
have the
and
right
make
to
the
remain
arrest.
silent.
Get behind a vehicle to check their speed. You won't always be able to tell if a car is speeding, which is why we check their speed.
Come on, give me another speeding vehicle. Oh, did they not come and pick this guy up?
Hey, you can stroll around in your own time. If you're struggling to find speeders, the highways are a good bet. Speeders are out in force today. All you, kid. Don't let them get away! You're too far away.
Suspect vehicle was last seen on Fenwick intersection 5.
Find the civilians.
Suspect vehicle identified in Haddonfield Point.
Close the gap, Booch. Oops.
Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick intersection 7.
Get closer.
Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick intersection 7. Assistance is available.
Hold still, damn it. Hook 'em and book 'em, kid.
You have the right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Affirmative, stand by. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
What say we run this one downtown ourselves? Quit struggling.
We should have thought about that beforehand.
What are you waiting for? Get him out of the car and into the station.
Good. Good for you. He says he's gonna remember my face.
Kelly, Cordell, Chief wants to see you. He's gonna be at Kavanaugh's. I think that's a bar over at the plaza.
Oh, come on. We're about to clock out.
Yeah, I don't write the messages. I just read them.
Come on, kid. Guess I'd rather torpedo my evening than torpedo my pension.
That is very true. Zoinks!
Thanks for joining us. Now that we're all here, I want to introduce you to Antonio. He's got inside information on the August gang. And he's
Insider information, huh?
Just out of the goodness of his own heart, huh?
Let's just say the department has a certain amount of leverage here. Antonio is opting to act in his own self-interest.
Jail doesn't suit my delicate constitution. I have a feeling you do the same in my shoes.
That's why you won't find me in your shoes.
Gentlemen, let's stow the chatter and get to work. Antonio says he can give us the leader of the August gang.
Mr. Nobody.
The question mark.
Oh, he's got a name. Matthew Costa.
Oh, yeah? And where do we find this Mr. Costa?
That is a good question.
He's holed up in the steel mill. That's been the August gang's main base for the past 2 months.
I've mobilized a SWAT unit for tonight. We don't want to risk them moving again. And I'm worried we have some loose lips in the precinct.
No time like the present.
Hell yeah.
Cordell and Kelly, I want you there with Ferreira and Lee as part of the backup squad. Let's suit up and load out. Antonio, we appreciate you risking your skin to give us this intel.
Oh, anything for our boys in blue.
Yeah, whatever you say. Brera, you ready?
You bet your ass.
Ground team, on me. We'll hold this position by the door and watch for runners. These goons aren't expecting us, so we should catch them off guard. Breach team, begin your approach. Remember, Costa is your primary target. We want him alive. According to our source, he's in a red jacket. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, mark. Got a positive ID on the leader, sir. He's in a red jacket. That's your guy. Remember, we need him alive. He's running.
She's shooting! Central, suspect is neutralized.
Ooh.
Take her down! Shots fired! ACPD, drop it now! Suspect KIA. Take her down! Shots fired! Suspect is down. He's shooting! Target is down. Shots fired! Suspect down.
right, that's enough.
Well, whatever. It's about time to wrap it up anyway.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for the Precinct on the Steam Deck OLED and LCD. And kinda sucks that they chose 30 FPS, but they probably just knew they weren't gonna get 60. So they just chose 30 instead for the Steam Deck settings. Now, there's more than just the Steam Deck settings, but I don't know. I feel like if I have a Steam Deck, I should run the Steam Deck settings. Now, some of the other ones probably go above 30 FPS, but I don't think the Steam Deck can really get too much over that. You might be able to get 40 to 50 if there's like some even lower settings, but I have a feeling Steam Deck settings are probably the lowest they go, and it seems to use FSR upscaling on top of it. So probably just can't handle the game. So they're like, okay, we'll use FSR and just do that and call it Steam Deck settings and call it a day. So if anybody wants to see me try some other settings, just let me know. But I figured I'm definitely not more knowledgeable than the people that made the game, so if they have Steam Deck settings, we should probably just test the Steam Deck with the Steam Deck settings. I think that seems pretty logical. But in any case though, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.